I absolutely love it. We are going to cable manage this cord. I'm just gonna stick it really close to the wall, essentially like I did with the hexas. But it looks so good. I love it so much. Is it overkill? Yes, but that's also what I do. I don't know how long it'll stay for. I also don't know if I should maybe one day kind of box this in, so instead I just have them going across underneath the shelf so that it illuminates the shelf. But I already have, as you can see, my Philips Hue bars behind my monitor, so it's a little redundant, but for now this will suffice. This makes me feel like I have a piece of my old setup, so that makes me happy. It's really interesting. It's kind of giving an illusion as if my shelf is much longer. Maybe that's just me. It looks really cool. I'm really excited to finish up the hexes and make them come onto this wall, but that will all be done either tomorrow night or the night before, just so I can get a better idea of where the pegboard's going, because I bought two to be connected to each other to make one giant one, but it might be too much because we're not actually installing it to the wall anymore, since I discovered and realized that my internet box is all on this wall, so I can't actually mount anything. So we're instead going to mount it to the side of my desk, almost like a monitor arm. It's really interesting. It's just like a little clamp. So we're gonna see if that's stable enough to do two, and if not, then we'll just do the one. It should come up to about there, and then I can figure out what to do. Maybe I can bring the hexas down. You know, it would be really cool. I have a couple smaller keyboards that could hypothetically go here and look really cute. However, that's kind of my goal for this wall. But if I can't mount anything too heavy to the pegboard, since it's not actually connected to a wall, I might not be able to put any keyboards on it. Oops. This could be fun. They're just so expensive. I found a couple keyboard holders for keyboard wall mounts on Etsy, but they are literally like $50 a pop for Canadians, because the actual price of them is only like 25 bucks, but the shipping is 30, which doesn't make sense because they're small 3D printed mounts that you just drill in. They're like that big. Okay, so this is one of my lightest keyboards that I have. Unfortunately, these little pieces that allow me to connect two together, they only come with one set each. And I bought 4 sets of connectors because I wanted to put 2 more in the center. However, this is the dilemma. We don't have those connectors. So this is most definitely gonna come down in a couple weeks once I can get and reorder those new pieces. So I can't put anything too heavy, especially on the top. As you can see on the top, I have nothing right now. I have no idea, but I'm also just like playing around with this. However, I don't know the weight capacity for something like this because it's not on a wall. So I do have to be mindful and try and put all of the heavier things on the bottom. Looks really cool though. So I love symmetry, so I'm gonna play around with this and see what can and can't go on here. I also tried to get that tray shelf, but it was out of stock. So I think I actually checked today before I picked it up and it came back in stock today. So I will order that soon, but I also need to see if it'll even fit now because this looks pretty full. And technically I've only really put space for 2 keyboards. There is a big space up here, so maybe, but then again, like I said, I don't know if I wanna put a shelf all the way at the top where maybe heavier things will go. Work in progress. It is Colin's birthday this weekend, so I'm probably gonna leave this like this for a couple days and then I'll check back in once I start working on this again. Don't pay attention, I have to put this clothes away. This is exactly what I wanted. Okay, so this is my main keyboard from Dustsilver. I get asked about this so often. I mean, look at her. Obviously, she's going to be asked about. So the base is from Dustsilver. It actually is supposed to come with a Gundam themed keycap set, but I took that off because I wanted to design my own. So these I actually made myself, and then I sent them to a wholesaler on Alibaba to get them printed for me. So it's my everyday keyboard because I use the number pad so often. But Dustsilver actually sent me their newest keyboards, which are really cool. So this is the, just kidding, I have no idea what the model is. Let's open it up. I'm really excited. My partner Nice Setup Dude is also receiving a different color scheme of this. It was the color scheme that I was gonna get. It was this really cool beige and red. If you wanna see that version, you can head over to his channel. I'll put the link in the description. D84, that's what it's called, D84 mechanical. Ew, oh my god, cute, the cord is blue. That's fun. As always, it comes with a, what is this called? Keycap grabber, keycap and switch, whatever. Tell me down below. I really like that they do this. I think they're one of the very few that do this. They send you switches so you can try out other versions. So if you want to buy another keyboard in the future, you can test out before you buy. Ooh, this is heavy. So it looks like there's a slit right here. Front and back, it's probably where the RGB is gonna come from. I love the attention to detail on this. I love that even these little feet are color coordinated and the stoppers. I also love Dustsilver keyboards. My other one does this as well, where it kind of hides the cable for you in a really sleek way. And it almost like has built-in cable management. It's so cute. First of all, love the keycaps. This color scheme is called Blue Pink Milkshake. It has PBT keycaps, and of course it's hot swappable. It retails for 149 USD. I really need to learn how to loop switches because this would probably sound incredible if you did that, but I think that this is sufficient enough for me because I'm a lazy gamer girl. Okay, so this is either wired or wireless. I prefer wired for gaming sometimes, however, I'm forcing myself to use wireless. Got a couple stats here. So as you can see, 75%, there's RGB, custom function keys. Okay, so it's much later since I recorded the first half of the video. I was waiting for IKEA to send me way more parts so I could put more connectors just to add more support on the pegboards because I want to eventually put keyboards. So, that doesn't sound good. I can't do it. It feels like it's stuck on something. Okay, I pulled it out a tiny bit from the wall. I'm really gonna try and work with this because I don't think I have any other option. It is just far too heavy. So we're gonna work with this tiny bit of space. Also, something I just noticed is the replacements. These ones are gray, but these ones that they sent me, the new ones, are white. So I might actually swap them out just so they look better. I think I purposely requested much more than I actually need just in case. So I'm really glad that I did that because the gray is just not part of the vibe. So let's make it match. Okay, so the extra support is on. Unfortunately, they only gave me 3 of these white guys and I swapped them. So these are the opposites. These are actually what's in the back of these. I think one day if I ever had to take this down, I'll redo this, but right now I can't get my screwdriver behind this to unscrew and make them match. But even then, all of these ones are gray as well, like this. So that'll be a project for another time. I mean, I can't really control that because of IKEA and what they sent me, but I definitely think I have to get another support mount because it is quite wobbly. I think one in the middle or maybe even 2 spread out. It does take up a lot of space down here, but I can just put like little figurines down here or just leave it clean. So now we can officially decorate. Hopefully some of my keyboards can withstand. I don't know how far up I can put some keyboards or some heavier things, so we'll have to keep all this pretty light. This is my new Margot keyboard. I don't think it's too heavy. It's just gonna take up a lot of space if I put it here. It could look cool, but then that means that I'd be forced to make all the upper space up there light, which is the goal. So I'm a little nervous because it is very top heavy. Let's give it a shot. A little risky. It's definitely moving forward. So I don't know about long term, but for now it's kind of okay. I've decided I'm actually gonna move it lower. It was also hitting one of the nuts over there. Maybe I can move these over. That way this could be like the keyboard station. Put some keycaps in here and then make maybe photographs up top and like cables. Pretty good. It can even probably come down more so that I have more room at the top. I got this, I actually don't know, might have been Etsy, but this is all of the characters from Stardew. I have 2 more of the big ones and 3 of these. And this is where I've officially run out of what else to put on here. I don't really have any other decoration. And I don't really want to flood it with tons more cables because they're not really appealing. I don't exactly have colorful cables yet. I might have to call it here and do some research, see what else I can buy or even put. I think if I can just hook 2 more things here and fill up this gap, this could look cool. But then that still leaves the middle and the top. But the last thing we'll do, I guess, is the keycaps. And then I don't really think I can do much else, so. I think this is where I'm gonna leave it. I just don't have anything else right now that I can think of to put here. I put my blue light glasses there. I moved the headphones in the middle and just left this here because it fills out a bit more. I just don't know what to put there. So far, I'm really pleased. I think it's a lot better than just a blank white wall, and I'm excited to see how this will eventually fill out. Please let me know your suggestions of what you think I should put here. And also if you have any recommendations for how I can stabilize this. I feel like this needs something back here to keep it stable. I just don't know what, and of course we can't really drill into this wall. So if you know anything DIY, please let me know because I don't trust this long term, and it would just be nice to have a peace of mind that this is not gonna like crack and just bend over one day. Before we go, I want to show you guys some really exciting new keyboards that I got. So these 2 keyboards are from IQUNIX. This is the L80 Rafaello. This dusty one is the Wormhole OG80. I've been waiting to open these for so long because of this video. I did take a sneak peek because how could you not? They look so cool. It comes with some really cool replacement keys, like there's a gem, little candy, USB-C to USB. You can swap out if you're not a fan of the design on the spacebar, then there's just a plain mint green one as well. And then this, what is this? I'm very confused. Is this a cleaner? No way. Why have I never thought to get one of these? This is so smart. So this is Mac and Windows compatible. It has 3 connections. You can do Bluetooth, USB, or 2.4 gigahertz. Takes USB-C right there. See-through body, which I think I got the RGB in this one, and then in the Rafael I got no RGB, so that's an option. And this has 83 keys. It's really cool that the top is slanted like that. I've never had or even seen a keyboard like this. I'm very curious how it's gonna work with nails because I feel like I'm just gonna be stabbing it with the tip of my nail, but that's a me problem, so let's give it a shot, see what it looks like. Okay, so immediately there was a little indicator that started flashing. I can't tell if it's because my room is too bright. I do see some RGB, so I'm gonna turn down my lights and we'll see if we can notice the RGB a little bit better. Okay, I dimmed my lights and I also brought you a little bit closer. So this is what the RGB looks like in proper lighting. Again, I still have a very large light, so it's probably gonna be way better at night, which I'll show later. So what I got for this one, I got co-star stabs, that's an option. And then I got RGB backlight and the TTC Ace switches. There's a ton of different options, so you can fully customize this if you don't want RGB, if you want cherry stabs or co-star stabs, and then they have a bunch of switches like Gateron, cherries, and TTC Ace, gold pink, and speed silver. Let's do a little typing test. Okay, now keep in mind, I've got nails, so this is gonna be a little difficult for me. I'm actually gonna turn off my light because it's producing like a low humming sound because of the fan, so I want you to properly hear until I get a mic, which I don't really have. Okay, so I will say everything sounds great. Obviously it's the switches that I chose. The only thing is the spacebar doesn't sound amazing. Preferred. It's a little hollow in comparison to everything else. Like even the backspace, the enter sound really good. It's really just okay, so back here is where you can switch between the settings. So it's on USB. So the USB receiver can be found in this top compartment, which is hidden by this strip of plastic. Okay, to be honest, I couldn't figure out how to get it to pair to 2.4, so I'm just too lazy right now. I'm just gonna use Bluetooth and a USB-C whenever I feel like it. So let's try the Rafael. Overall, really love it. I love the way it looks. I think it matches any setup perfectly because of the transparent case, and then you can just swap out keycaps if you want and really customize this because it's so versatile. I'm quite happy. I would have loved to see the RGB maybe even come out a bit more towards the edge, but if you really like just subtle RGB and you just prefer the center, I think this is a great option for you because it's not overkill. Next is the L80 Rafaello. I wanted something more neutral, so in this one I didn't get RGB. Packaging is different from the OG80. This one's a little bit more simplified in terms of it didn't have like a slip and the inside is cardboard instead of like a foam. So they give you a couple if you want to switch over to Mac. Same thing, it comes with that little brush cleaner and a USB-C to USB. Your cable, it also looks like it matches the theme. So that's a really nice touch. Like a cream color at the top. And the receiver is found in the same bag with the cable instead of inside this. And then of course it also comes with this guy. So this one also is 80%, so it has 83 keys as well. It pretty much has the same specs as the last one. It's just this part isn't as raised, it's not see-through, and it's just overall a different model. So I chose TTC Gold Pink switches for these ones. So this is gonna sound a bit different than the other one, obviously. Both of them have a battery life of 4,000 milliamps, and it lasts up to 3,000 hours if you connect it via Bluetooth. 2.4 gigahertz always drains a bit more battery, so it's probably preferred that you go with Bluetooth or just connecting it with the USB-C. So let's do a quick sound test. So already the spacebar sounds a lot better than the other one in my opinion. This one, the color scheme makes me feel like old school Mac, like when I was like 10 years old, that kind of vibe. It's super neutral. Why does it make me feel productive? Like the other one felt more gamer RGB, but this one feels like I need to go code right now. Light in the very center flashing. I wonder if it's because it's registering that the keyboard is on, but it's trying to connect to something. So I'm going to connect to Bluetooth. We already know that the wired is going to work well, so I'm going to try the Bluetooth and see if it lives up to previous model, the Wormhole. I don't think you can tell, but we'll just figure it out. I'll let you know. Just like the other one. Absolutely no lag. This might be one of the best, well, both of them might be one of the best connecting keyboards that I've tried. There's always a little bit of lag with most keyboards, especially at first, or like if the keyboard's been in idle for too long and it kind of wakes up. This, there's no stutter whatsoever, which is very nice. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, IQUNIX. I absolutely love these. They're super unique and they have a ton more styles and colorways that I feel like are really versatile. Sometimes keyboards can be too one theme and it just doesn't look good if you have a bunch of other things on your desk, but these are wicked and they're going to be a huge staple in my setup, especially with this new wood and warm theme that I've got going on. I think this one's really fun if I still want that RGB gamer-esque kind of keyboard, and then if I want something a bit more neutral, I've got this. So check them out. I'll leave them in the description box below, and they also gave me a coupon if you guys are interested in saving a little bit of cheddar cheese. I believe they're both on sale, so yeah, I'll put them in the description below. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I have to clean my desk now. I have a couple of videos lined up that I'm really excited about. I have quite a few changes to my room, and this was one of them. Another one is a surprise behind me. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching.